I am here at a California mission. I didn't even know there was one here outside of Paso Robles. It's in San Miguel. This is just the outside of the mission right here. That's a gate that says visitors go a different direction, but I think somebody went in it and they just left the gate open. I'm going to follow the rules for now, and later I might break the rules. Can you hear the birds? Okay, and the traffic, maybe. Can you hear the birds? Oh, and look, it's a mission bell, similar to the ones along the road. But this one's hanging from the ceiling, not sitting on a stick. It's a little shrine. I like it. It's nice. There's even a candle or two outside here burning. Okay, you can see the broken stucco and the exposed brick underneath. I don't know if it's adobe or if it's some kind of real cement. This is the courtyard, and it seems interesting that if you look, they have a cannon. Of course, they have a large fountain, which is not fountaining right now, but it's kind of pretty, and it's just quite a large courtyard. They must have had a lot of sunburns back in the old days because of all these aloe plants. It's called the Franciscan Mission San Miguel, which makes sense since this town is San Miguel. This is the real entrance gate to the mission. Wow. Way back there is a statue. Do we think it's St. Miguel? We'll see. One thing I can say for sure, this little pathway is not original. And also, it's ridiculous to walk on. Especially if you're not going to be looking. Oh, on the third day I will rise. So this is Jesus, hence the name, Son of God, not the Archángel guy. This is a little bench that you can sit on, and it's a nice sentiment. I like it. Here's another entrance. I really like it. And that door may not be original, but if it's not, it's still very old. I love these birds. Whoa. I was gonna make a joke that this was a pizza oven. I'm thinking it's like a bread oven or something. And then look at this wagon. Don't know if it's original or if it's just a replica. That's really something. Now Mark of Mark and Sue, or Sue and Mark, would go into the engineering of this. I will too. These are wheels. They're round, and there's a metal on the outside, much like a wine barrel. And if you look at the axle, oh, that's professional. It's a wooden pole. And look at this nail that holds it together. I'm just going to show you the size of my hand to the size of the nail. But then we also have modern refurbishing. Okay, there's a board on the other side, but just to either get right once in a while or just to prove that I'm often wrong, I'm saying this is some kind of a vice, which is kind of scary. I hope they didn't use it on people. And back there, that's another one of those carts that I told you about in an engineering kind of way. I was close. It's a vice and olive press, the same concept. So they were crushed, the pulp was scooped out, stuffed into sacks, placed in a press. Oh, and then olive oil was squeezed into the trough below. Whoa. Ha! That was a sundial. I know that. It's cloudy today, so you would never know what time it was. Okay, here's that cart from another angle, and there's an extra circular thing to the left. I'm going to show you what that's for in just a second. And these are olive trees, hence the big old let's press the olives. And also olive leavings all over the ground. Olive droppings. Really, the olives aren't doing dropping, they're dropping them. This is where that concrete wheel, although this wheel right here looks quite a bit more modern than the one over there against the wall. So we know they ground stuff, whether it was olives or wheat or whatever, I don't know. So this is like the working courtyard, apparently, of, it's another oven. So apparently they could cook two things. There's a pretty old bench. Again, it's old. How old? Original? Don't really know. Oh, wait, I gotta show you this. Okay, what are the purpose of these? If it's to tie up your horse, okay. If it's to tie up your human, not okay. Okay, this is something, obviously, that I don't understand. It's a big stone thing. It has a big metal handle thing. And oh look, this has got to be some kind of grinding thing too, because look, there's a little spigot, like for juice or liquid to come out, I'm assuming. Look, it's a barbecue grill, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's for compost. I do not know. I wish there was a sign, but I'm fine guessing without a sign. Whatever. Look, it's one of those wheels. And over here, it looks like some kind of mortar and pestle concept, because you can see how there's a hole that was kind of drilled away. And again, another wheel. Again, I'm thinking they did grain or something in that dip. Here, not so sure. Maybe it's the modern blender. Don't know. And then again, this one's quite the big rock. We have prickly pears. Somebody should be picking these and making jelly. I bet they did in the olden days. Once upon a time, driving through Arizona, I believe it was Arizona, in the desert, we saw one of these cactuses. I think they're called barrel cactuses. It was just one. It didn't have all these growths on it. And look at that. Now I'm going to try not to hurt myself. These things, ow, oh, seriously, are sharp as hell. Oops. Ow. Here we go. Ow, damn it. And I was trying to be careful. And this is now the third wagon. I do believe there's a lot of original here. The bolt, obviously not. But look at that. Look at the worn wood. And it has a bunch of tiles on it. Probably roof tiles. I decided to take the little museum church housing tour. I'm assuming this is real. This is made out of reeds of some kind, or I don't know, reeds. Looks like reeds. The Salinan people were the ancient people, and they do still inhabit parts of San Luis Obispo and Monterey counties. They got the name because they lived by the Salinas River. This is a little display of kind of a native village back then. And of course, for good or bad, Father Junipero Serra, the guy who set up the missions. This is a trough for something, and it's made from one piece of lumber, meaning a tree, and carved out. Look at that. Man, those people were good. And it's, can I move it? It does, it's some big stomper thing. That would be my archaeological term, a big stomper thing. And this is a display of the mission. Candle making, that's very interesting. And because I can't help it, that's just who I am. Yeah, I'd say that's a candle. This would be Rumpelstiltskin's spinning wheel, saddles. Not terribly comfortable, ooh, especially that one. And like any self-respecting people here in the Paso Robles area, they were making wine. This contraption is a swift yarn winder. I'm assuming, yeah, I don't know how, oh, there's a crank handle here. You probably crank the handle, it spins the winder, and it winds up your yarn. For what purpose? Not so sure. This is the inner courtyard. From what I understand from the woman in the gift shop, pretty much everything here is truly original. Hi.
Welcome.
This is huge. As you can see in the background, work continues. This is a big fountain in the center. And then you can see a bell tower with a bunch of bells over there. The woman in the gift shop told me that these murals are all the original murals from 200 years ago. Now, what I do know is the seating is not. You can see these pews are, modern. There is the balcony. I don't know how original that is. The wood. Obviously, the electrical sound system is not original. Look at the ceiling. That is some serious ceiling, but then it has to hold a lot, and these are pretty tall walls. This is the altar. I'm assuming the priest would go up here to give his sermon, or whatever it's called, homily, sermon, sorry. And this is really quite a beautiful altar. Look at that. The big sun. I'm assuming it's a sun. It looks like there's a cloud. Okay, I want to zoom in on that. There's a cloud with an eye in it. I think it's an eye. I'm assuming it's a cloud that represents God looking down. And there's that Saint Michael, the Archangel. And there's Jesus. And these are the murals. I mean, the more elaborate murals than just along the side walls. And even up there, as you can see, they're kind of painted 3D. No, maybe they... Hold on. I think it is 3D. Or, I mean, there's something up there. And this, I would say, is an original floor right here. And these bricks that you walk on to get up to the altar are also, I would be willing to bet, original. And there's the back. It's quite a large church. Okay, people, do you like olives? Do you like olive oil? Look at all these little olives. So this is what they were smooshing up and turning into oil. Very, very. I've never really seen this many olives on a tree. Okay, now I'm gonna, just because you know me, I gotta touch stuff. Oh, it's kind of hard. I'm not gonna eat it. But where's my hand? There's my hand. I'm gonna smush it. Oh, I just made olive oil, and that's what the inside of an olive. And the seed was in that. And now there's the skin. It's everywhere. Ooh, and it smells very green. I smelled it. I'm not going to taste it because I know it's going to be bitter, but it smells very green. Like grass, kind of. There's your lesson in agriculture. So I'm here at the mission, and I love history. All history. American history, the histories of other lands. And one thing, if you love and you study history, is you know it's often ugly. And you have to accept that ugly. You have to look at the ugly. And you have to realize that oftentimes good things came out of the ugly, but the ugly was still there. Now, what we can learn is just to make the world a better place. That's our job, where we are in the present. Thank you again for joining me on this trip back into California's history. Thanks for letting me be a teacher and teach you all about engineering and history and agriculture. Yeah, because now you're ready for college level courses, right? And I'm ready for elementary level courses in the same field.